Hey Gearfacts friends, a few months ago I posted a review of Yamaha's PSR-400. I guess you could consider this more or less a vintage keyboard now. It's from the 90s and it's perfectly good, classic Yamaha PSR quality. But the video was inexplicably highly popular, so what I thought I would do as a follow-up is get out the old Yamaha PSR-400 and pair it up with the mighty Korg Triton, which has an incredible plethora of arpeggios. And I thought I'd send those arpeggios into the 400 and basically try to fry its brain. Let's just see what it's capable of. First of all, let's run through a few basic programs. Okay, our sound is coming out of the PSR-400. I've set the Triton to general Midi mode so that they can talk to each other nice and comfortably. The 400 comes from the very dawn of general Midi. It doesn't even have the general Midi logo on it, but the sounds are in the right places. So I can cycle through the general Midi list. And for the most part, the PSR-400 will pick up the correct sound. Oh, nasty. Actually, on such a tightly defined sound, that might be a good place to kick off an arpeggio. Okay. Let's just wind back to piano. It seems that the 400 is happy to accept arp-gate messages, which is the length of each individual note in an arpeggio. Changing arpeggios now. The PSR-400 is having no trouble keeping up with the speed of the data that the Triton is sending through. What I want to try now is the dual voice on. That will of course cut the polyphony of the PSR-400 in half, but it should make for more interesting sounds. If I hold down the dual button as well, I can choose different sounds. I think it's set to strings. Yeah, you can hear those strings in the background. That might not be a bad place to start. Something was going a little bit wrong there. Choosing different arpeggios now. I think this one might be good. Let's scroll through some more sounds. Change the dual voice. I like the sound of that bass guitar. And we'll blend that with something random. What's 52? Nothing. Now we're running into some trouble. Sometimes old equipment will freak out when newer equipment tries to talk to it at a really high speed. What you have to do with the 400 is switch it off, press these two buttons here, record and clear, switch it on again, and that'll refresh its entire operating system and we should be back in business. Okay, I can play again and we're back at piano. But we're not receiving messages now from the Triton, so MIDI cable out, power on and off again. MIDI cable back in, and now it works. So I guess when you're firing information at this speed to the PSR-400, it's going to play it back, but it gets exhausted quite easily. The message just before it crashed there was ... full. So I assume that means its brain is just full of information and it can't cope anymore. Anyway, we're back at square one now. Let's turn on our dual voice again. Choose something different as the main voice. I think the bass sounded pretty good. Yep. Arpeggio on again. Let's up the tempo. That's a nice one. That's interesting. Let's see if this beat is synced. It is not. Tempo is 132. Here's our tempo setting. Okay. Oh, and there's a slight delay. Okay, I think it's, again, stopped receiving signals from the Triton. Still playing on the actual keyboard this time though. Oh well, I'm going to reset one more time, and I really want to get one of these beats synchronized with the Triton's arpeggios. I think it'll sound good. Not bad. Sounds like the intro to Radio Gaga. Okay, I'll try resetting the Triton and see if that refreshes our MIDI in signals. Excellent. We're back in business. Let's choose one of those bass guitars again. Sounds good. Okay, so tempos are matched, arpeggios are on, here comes the beat. Oh, it couldn't handle it. And again, we've lost all communication. Both keyboards have freaked out. Anyway, that was just something I wanted to do for my own interest, guys. I really wanted to see how the old sounds would perform when running at such a high speed, and I would have liked to have shown you more dual sounds doing exactly that as well. But like I said, this is old technology, and if you push that cart really hard, it's gonna crack under the pressure. Anyway, thanks for watching Gear Facts. I encourage you all to experiment in similar ways between old and new. You never know what discoveries you can make. I didn't make any particularly interesting discoveries that time, but in the past I have, and there have been some really good surprises coming out of old gear, so don't write it off just because it comes from the 90s. If you've got a minute to like, comment or subscribe, that would be awesome. That was the Yamaha PSR-400. Hope you have a great day. See you on the next Gear Facts video.